What if Voldemort had killed Harry Potter on that fateful night in Godric's Hollow? This is the untold story, just a theory, an extensive headcanon. In a world where darkness triumphed, Voldemort, empowered by the death of the boy who was meant to survive, would have expanded his reign of terror without restraint. The Ministry of Magic would have fallen under his control in the blink of an eye, and Hogwarts, once a place of learning and hope, would have become a grim academy for dark arts. The walls, once filled with laughter and joy, would now echo with fear and despair. The remaining members of the Order of the Phoenix, led by Dumbledore, would have faced a world that was barely recognizable. Their battles, hidden in the shadows, would have been acts of desperation against an overwhelming force. Without Harry Potter, they lacked the bright symbol of resistance, and their efforts seemed like tilting at windmills. The absence of the boy who lived cast a deep shadow over their mission, weakening their morale and testing the unity of the Order. In the dark years that followed, Voldemort spread his sinister vision. The magical community lived in fear, their former freedoms choked under the iron fist of tyranny. Muggle-born wizards and witches were marginalized, persecuted, and stripped of their rights, a clear sign of the dark times. The pure-blood families, which once maintained neutrality or opposed the Dark Lord, found themselves trapped in a web of fear and opportunism, forced to submit or live in hiding. Yet even in the crushing darkness, resistance stirred. In secret meetings and through hidden messages, brave souls united, inspired by the legend of Harry Potter and the unshakable hope that darkness would one day give way. These small groups of rebels, consisting of former Hogwarts students, dismissed professors, and courageous citizens, formed a resistance network that stretched across Britain. Dumbledore, the great wizard, made desperate attempts to find and destroy Voldemort's Horcruxes, knowing this was the key to the Dark Lord's downfall. However, each success was bought at a heavy price, and the search for the Horcruxes was a race against time, conducted in the shadow of constant threat from the Death Eaters. The Final Confrontation, years later, was a surge of light against overwhelming darkness. A new generation of wizards, shaped by the horrors of Voldemort's regime, found courage and strength in the stories of resistance. They stood against the darkness, hoping to turn the tide. Despite their bravery and the ancient magic they summoned, Voldemort's power was unmatched. With each fallen hero, the light seemed to dim until darkness triumphed completely. Voldemort stood as the uncontested ruler of the magical world, ushering in an era of darkness from which there was no escape. Nevertheless, in the hearts of the oppressed, the memory of resistance lived on. The stories of Harry Potter and those who fell for freedom became a quiet whisper of hope in the darkness, a steady belief that one day light might win. In hidden corners and secret gatherings, these stories were retold, a spark of rebellion that never fully extinguished. They reminded people that courage is found in the greatest need, and that even the smallest voice of opposition can be powerful enough to bring about change. This untold story takes a dramatic turn when Dumbledore, realizing the grim fate of the magical world, decides on a daring and unprecedented move. After losing a direct confrontation with Voldemort, a battle that leaves the wizarding world shaken, Dumbledore seeks the one ally who might help turn the tide: Gellert Grindelwald. In a desperate bid for redemption and victory over a common foe, Dumbledore visits the high-security prison where Grindelwald has been held since their last encounter. The alliance between Dumbledore and Grindelwald, two of the greatest wizards of their age, marks a pivotal moment in the struggle against Voldemort. Together, they plan an epic confrontation, pooling their knowledge, power, and the remnants of the Order and the resistance to face Voldemort in a battle that would decide the fate of the magical world. The final fight is nothing short of legendary, a clash of titans filled with powerful spells, cunning strategies, and the raw determination to end Voldemort's reign of terror. The battlefield is littered with the brave souls who sacrifice their lives for the cause, each loss a heavy blow to the heart of the magical community, but also a testament to their unwavering resolve. In a gripping culmination, Dumbledore and Grindelwald, combining their strengths and overcoming their past, managed to break through Voldemort's defenses. The battle is fierce and costly. But in the end, Voldemort is defeated, his dark era brought to an end by the very man he sought to destroy, and the ally no one expected to fight at Dumbledore's side. This expanded tale ends in an alternate reality that never came to be. A reminder that the future is never set in stone, and that in the deepest darkness, a spark of light can always be found, ready to dispel the shadows. It teaches us that hope is a powerful weapon and that the fight for good is never in vain, even when the battle seems lost.